This is a great project. And the reason we want to share that with you, because it is beautiful, it is functional, and it is in a very, very good budget.
I am still finding magical, mystical little things that she designed into it, like the foot opening.
I can tell you that it's so smooth and it feels so good. I believe.
I love being in this room.
I was very surprised to hear the price of this project. So let's go and see it. Kitchen is the most important and probably the most expensive thing to remodel. Today, I want to show you the kitchen that was just replaced, and we were invited by the Olsen family to see this kitchen and to hear the story. So let's go and see it. When people do the kitchen remodel, some are limited in the budget, but others have it open. I strongly recommend you, before you start the project, check other properties in the neighborhood to see what your neighbors have done, what style, what's the trend, and do not overdo it. Because when the time comes to sell that property, you don't want to waste your money, right? You want it to be returned. And return on investment for kitchen remodel is around 50 to 70%. Yes, I've seen some cases when people return 100%, but you know, it depends on the market, on the demand. As a general rule of thumb, do not overdo your kitchen. Stay within reasonable pricing. And sure, keep in mind what you like. We're in Chandler right now. In pretty typical neighborhood, it is a two-story house, around 2,500 square feet, and the house was built in late 90s. It did have a pretty much outdated kitchen, so the owners decided it's time to replace it. Irina is in the process of getting her license as architect. It is her first project, her personal kitchen in her personal house. I was very excited to see that it's finished, and I was very excited to see all the work that she's done herself. Ira, thank you so much for inviting us and sharing with us all of your experience.
Sure, thank you for coming.
What is your favorite place in the kitchen right now?
I would say this table.
This table?
Yeah,
I like it too.
It depends on the mood. If you need to cook, it's functional part. But if you need to relax after your workday, it's here.
I can tell you that it's so smooth and it feels so good. This wood makes a huge difference in this modern, very light, and very stylish kitchen. It is modern style. We don't see it very often in Arizona. Honestly, I've seen those kitchens in very high-end homes, but I rarely see it in homes under $1 million. This is a great project. And the reason we want to share that with you, because it is beautiful, it is functional, and it is in a very, very good budget. But before we talk about the pricing, I want Irina to show you the drawers, the sink, because there is a lot on this kitchen to make your work, your cooking process very comfortable and enjoyable.
First thing that probably you can notice that cabinet doesn't have any hardware. It makes it very modern and it's functional. Everything you can open, or it's on a push mechanism.
So the way it works, you just push it
top one.
It's okay. And it opens, but it's very nice. And I can assure you that there is no stains. The material is very nice. You can touch it, you can clean it. And Irina shared with me that you can even repaint it.
It's optional. You can repaint it later. You can add hardware later as well to update your kitchen in a very cheap way.
Yeah.
Later.
I really like that all the bottom cabinets are done with the drawers.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to work with that.
It's all on a push. You can just...
It's reachable. Definitely it's self-closing.
This is an alternative place for your medicine or vitamins that usually takes place on your fridge and looks messy. You can hide it, and as I told, it's utilizing most of the space in that kitchen.
Another thing that I was impressed with, you know, this old Lazy Susan concept. Look at the way that they've done it here.
That system it's European system, that system called Magic Corner. It's mainly used in all Italian and it's very popular in Europe right now. So I decided to have it and engage all corners of my kitchen.
And can you tell us what country the whole kitchen was made in?
The kitchen was made in Ukraine and shipped here in a container, and which makes budget very affordable.
Irina went through the whole process by herself. She designed this kitchen. She flew to Kiev, right?
Yes.
By herself with husband to work on this custom and transportation process. And she did hire a contractor here who actually put it all together, which is a very important but also very complicated process. Right now, she went through all of it, and we can share some experience, right?
Well, it was not easy, but we have an entire team assembled of manufacturer and installer and plumbing and electrical, all team willing to partner with me, introduce that type of kitchens to Arizonians.
I was very surprised to hear the price of this project. I'm sure that all of you want to know it. Can you give us some guidelines?
Yeah, that entire project with installation, but without appliances, would cost you around $40,000 to $50,000.
$40,000 to $50,000 without appliances. Appliances always calculated separately. Here, what's included in those 50K?
In the price was included all cabinetry, sink, faucet,
Backsplash
with countertops, all these cabinets, all decorative panels, and including the decorative cabinet and pantry.
I think it's a great price because from what I heard from my clients, getting pretty basic cabinets from Home Depot could cost you $30,000 easily, right?
Yeah.
This kitchen, if you build it here from the local manufacturer, will be double price, I'm sure, if not triple. Yeah, looking at the labor, all of that. Absolutely.
The main feature is that when you buy in kitchens in Lowe's or Home Depot, you get in just standard cabinets and you fill in whatever rest of your space you fill in with filler panels. My kitchen doesn't have any filler panels. You can utilize all space that you have.
No wasted space.
No wasted space.
The functionality is in the picture and it's very, very great value. Irina, I understand that this was your first experience, and I remember us talking about it a year ago.
Yeah.
And you were not sure, but very determined that you want this very stylish new kitchen. How long did it take?
Well, as a first project with all
unknown, right?
Yeah, and lots of stuff to overcome. Let's say 6-7 months from the confirmed design to the kitchen arrive in pallets in my garage. And for future, because we established relationship with shipper and delivery company and manufacturer, so for the future it would take about 5 months from the day you confirm your design to the day you would have your kitchen hopefully installed, but definitely delivered. Installation can take on availability of installers, so it can take another like 2 3 weeks.
I had a question. How long did it take for you to design this kitchen?
Oh, design didn't take long. I was excited to have that project, and design took maybe 10 days, maybe 2 weeks.
Gathered those ideas for years, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
sure.
It wasn't just a one-week project. If someone wants to build this kitchen with you, your designing fees included into the pricing, or how do you work this?
If the kitchen would be ordered from our company and the agreement signed, the design would be included.
Wow, it's a huge saving. I know it because I went through that process. I know how costly it is and how important it is. Because if you have a great designer in your team, consider it to be done. If you do it yourself, it may continue for years and you will not get the result that you want.
Obviously, I would be present at all stages, installation, and would control and supervise installation that would be in compliance with design.
Wow, this is another huge, great benefit because I know that in the modern life, we all have such a crazy schedule. It's impossible to schedule it all and control it all and know exactly where it all goes. Having a person who controls it and takes responsibility for that, very important. I also wanted to bring in Irina's husband and ask him, how did he survive? Can you share your experience? Because I know that most people rarely have this experience of replacing kitchen. Most people want to do that, but scared to death because of the money and timing and complexity. How did you feel?
I survived. The process from beginning to end was truly amazing. The difference between the original cabinetry, the new design, I am still finding magical, mystical little things that she designed into it, like the foot opening.
Oh, can you show it to us?
This I learned just last week.
See, she didn't show it to me.
She hasn't shown you.
No.
Well,
So it took me forever to figure out how to open.
Oh,
cabinets. It's a foot open.
isn't that cool?
Because there's no handles or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So those bottom ones are all, so you don't have to bend over to open
Yeah,
them.
very cool, very cool.
The lighting is amazing and gorgeous.
Oh, I'm very glad that you mentioned the lighting because most people, when they design kitchen, they miss that point.
Yep.
And you have beautiful kitchen, but no lighting to show it, to highlight. And here, I just love this kitchen. It's so comfortable. It's so cozy, right? You don't want to leave it.
It's we love it.
Yes, we do.
Cozy sounds cozy.
Okay, sorry.
This is elegant.
Elegant.
This is amazing and gorgeous.
You know why I mentioned cozy? Because most people right now, when they see modern kitchen, they're afraid that it is so white, so pure, so
yeah.
clean that you don't want to cook in here because it's like museum. That's why I mentioned that this kitchen is cozy. It invites you to cook, to stay here, to have conversation, to invite friends.
The validation that it is cozy then is that both my wife, my daughter, and my mother-in-law, when she visits, they spend all their time in here.
I believe.
They love being in this room.
Yep.
They did before, but it probably wasn't a love cozy feeling like it is now.
What can you advise to people who are thinking about kitchen remodel?
Well, my wife is clearly a gifted designer, and it was very important to us to support Ukraine and have it manufactured there. There are certainly local options for manufacturing, but the quality is what Ira was really focused on. High quality countertops, high quality cabinetry, unique designs, using all of the space so that there isn't a wasted inch. She just poured herself into it, really did. And so those features were important to us when we were designing it, that it be supporting a Ukrainian company in the middle of the war, All those challenges that she overcame was manufactured and shipped here during the war, and that was important to us. If someone has an option where they want it manufactured locally or in the United States, she's already built all those connections and can provide that service as well.
You did a great job. I'm just very impressed, and I wish this kitchen to have more happy and warm memories.
Thank you. So do we.
Talking about the quality of work, Irina told me, and I want to share with you a little detail, and I want to point out this detail right here. You see the wooden panel? It was painted white. So when they covered it up, Irina came and she said, "No, I don't like the look of it. Let's reassemble this whole portion of wall, paint it dark so it won't be that visible." I'm sure that the workers were not very happy, but she did it, and now it looks perfectly clean and finished. Because you value those things, right? When you do something and you pay attention to those little details make huge difference. So I do like people when they put a lot of effort in keeping those details clean and nice.
Usually my workers don't like me because I'm too picky and I'm present in all process, but the final result usually proves that it's worth it.
I know that most of us looking on Instagram, scrolling all these beautiful pictures, thinking that it is so expensive and we wish the price could be lower. Ira mentioned that it is possible to do, so I want her to talk a little bit about that.
There is a couple ways to manage your budget. You can do it by choosing variety of materials. You can lower it by choosing the country of manufacture. Obviously, Chinese manufactured cabinets would be cheaper. Then materials like veneer would be cheaper. I have painted MDF here, and painted gives you better quality. It eliminates fingerprints and stains, and it gives you possibility to repaint it later if you would need to change, or your interior would change and would demand it. So that one obviously is the highest. Here I have natural wood oak veneer
Panels,
and wood panels, so that one brings quality higher and obviously price higher. So if we go in lowering just material to veneer, it would just regular veneer, it would lower the price significantly.
See, it's all possible, and I am very excited because I show homes every day, and every day I wish to see more beautiful and well-designed kitchens so we can make our Arizona place is even more inviting for all other people moving from other countries.
Yeah, kitchen is, I guess, the biggest project.
It is.
In the house.
It is the biggest, the most complex, and the most expensive from my experience.
So I think you can consider it as an investment in your home.
It is definitely an investment, and you can get the return on this investment. Just as I said, stay careful with not overdo it and make the kitchen price half of your house. If you plan to stay in a house for a long time, definitely do not limit yourself. Go with your budget and with anything your husband approves. Or let's rewrite it, your spouse approves.